Good morning. It's been a little while since we talked, but things got a little busy, and those videos are kind of hard to make the way that I was doing them before. So just to give you an update on what kind of year it actually was, it was an absolute bumper crop. It was an amazing year. It was a lot to bring in. It was probably the absolute best garden that I've ever grown myself. And yeah, it was, I'm sorry you missed it, but this year's been, year's been tough on all of us. In August, I lost my mother. She was here at the farm with us. It had quite an impact. And it's resulted in a lot of changes. So, but this is the winter, just the day after the winter solstice, a new beginning. One of those new beginnings is the business that I had to stop doing videos to go back to run. We're closing. Well, we're closing the physical location, but we still have to earn money. We still have to make a living, so we're bringing it home. The good news is I'm a dog groomer, so I can bring it home. Going forward, plan to do at least a video a week. Hopefully maybe a vlog a day. And that's the other thing. We're going to switch to something that's a little more vlog style. Not quite so much of the editing, heavy work that has to be done. There's only 23 subscribers right now, and I want you to know I really appreciate all of you. And but those videos are a lot of work. Maybe I'll get better at it and evolve over time, but we are going to go back to, I am going to go back to vlogging, and I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy bringing you guys along for the adventure. And this upcoming year is going to be quite an adventure. Last year we had an amazing garden, and 2021 it's kind of got to be bigger. We're going to start up, we're going to take our first swing at a market garden. We're going to grow some flowers, we're going to grow some vegetables, things that we have success with in the past. You should have seen the zinnias this year. They were absolutely amazing. But things that we've had success with in the past. And we're going to try and make a business out of this. And I guess we're homesteaders now. I don't know. There's a plan. I have a notebook. I got to-do list. I got a lot to get done. Because whereas this looks really pretty on this side, yeah, we gotta fix that. Hey, listen, it's gonna be an amazing adventure, and I hope that you join me. By the way, oh, hey, come back. Hey, there you go. Let's see. By the way, through the winter, this is the perfect time to go ahead, and there's a lot of no-till talk and a lot of no-till activity, and that's great. And I do a lot of no-till, but I think it's more accurate to say that I do low-till, because about every 3 years you kind of got to go in and chuck things up a little bit. Now here's the thing, nature loves disturbance. Nature loves disturbance. When a tree falls in the woods, the ground gets churned up, new plants and new life get a chance at the soil, the canopy gets opened up, light streams through. Things that have not been given a chance before suddenly get a chance. So you got to disturb the soil sometimes. You got to give things a new chance. So we've gone in here. This is the center bed. This is the center path. And last year we had some garlic in here. I had some strawberries that I let them grow out, some pups. And so we're going to be going through here. We're going to be separating out those pups. I'm probably a little late on it, but that's okay. It's going to be a permanent strawberry bed from this point forward. So if we just get the pups in there and get them in the ground and they don't get any strawberries this year, that's fine, as long as they're reproducing and we start getting more plants. So we went in here with the garden fork. We flipped all of this over. In the process, we pulled out. Now, if you're using a lot of Ruth Stout, you're going to get what's called duckweed. What a lot of folks refer to as duckweed. Let me see if I can find a pile of it. Now, here's my trash pile. That's all the weeds and everything we've been pulling through. Now, all of this has been flipped over. We pulled all the tubers from the sweet potatoes out of here. We got all the weeds that grew in, and including the centipede grass and all the stuff that comes in from the path and everything like that. And we've really cleaned it up. And again, this is the first time this area has been flipped in a few years. Now, this here is the asparagus. So we did not flip that. That's just been cut back and mulched. But duckweed makes these really fibrous tubers that with these little nodes on them. Oh, I can't find a single one now. Oh, here we go. There's a lot of frost on here, but they got these little nodes. Now, the plant itself just pokes right up out of the ground, and it's a single little, like, grassy looking plant, and it comes out from a single shoot, and you pull it, and you think you got the root because there's a little bit of root right there. But what's happening is there's a stringy, fibrous, single thin root, and it's actually kind of strong because you can, once you get the garden fork in there, you can kind of pull at them, and a couple of them come out at a time. But that fibrous root's going down to this little node, this little chunky rock, it looks like, thing, and it's stuck to that, and that one strings out to another little node, which strings another little grass stem up. So when you pull that out on the surface, you think you're getting it, but you're really not. And what happens is it just keeps reproducing, and it does that underneath the hay. And Ruth Stout spent, I think, a couple of chapters talking about this particular plant and all of her methods of getting rid of it. But at the end of the day, the only thing that you can do is go in, dig it out, and pull them out individually. And that's exactly what we did over here, was especially where that garlic was, because it's been, I don't know when the last time was that I've actually flipped that over. I don't know if this has ever really been flipped over since I started the garden over here. But it had really kind of gotten in there, and quite a few of those were coming up. But in the process, we've disturbed the soil. I left it out here to kind of catch some frost, so that any of those seeds that we brought up from underneath, that if they're up there, they're going to start to sprout here when it gets warm again, and you know, we'll be able to kill those off and weed that out, and then throw some hay down, and we're back to the Ruth Stout method, and we got the strawberries going in among the hay, and because we disturbed the soil, everything gets a new chance. Sometimes you just need a little bit of disturbance. Ecclesiastics tells us that there's a time for everything. And this year has had every season imaginable. But the upcoming year, I'm sure it's going to have its up and downs just like anything else. But it's a time for building. It's a time for building. I hope that you join me. You're going to see a lot more of the dog grooming side, a lot more of regular life, and let's hope this all works out. See you next time.